Welcome back to She's a Wreck, your favourite podcast where me, Lauren and Lyle, I recommend with my good pals across the board in film, TV, culture, everything, some really good recommendations by women that will influence your life and have influenced their life. Hello, welcome back to She's a Wreck. I'm Lauren Lyle, as you know. And this week we've got Lindsey Holland. I know Lindsey, she's a surfer. She's actually a bit of an influencer. She has influenced me heavily in my life. And she speaks on love and relationships so beautifully. And is like an all-round, like, woman, caring, like, nourishing host of a person. I met her because I actually followed her on Instagram. She did surf retreats. She runs these amazing, really bougie surf retreats. I went on one of them and was like, we're going to be friends. And I think she was like, we're going to be friends, and we became friends. And I've since been on other retreats of hers, and I find her to be one of the most like she's worked on herself so much. She knows so much about herself and has such incredible advice to give about life, love, relationships, the world, how you should be living, how to live better.
But in a non-pressurized way.
Totally.
Not like compare yourself to that person.
Not at all like that.
None of that.
No, it's all about not doing that.
If anything, this is why you should move across the country
and live by the beach.
Yeah. In your own terms.
Yeah.
And some really good recs as well. There's I really liked her music rec because I think a lot of people can relate to that feeling when you find a new piece of music and you're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
She's good at describing that later on in the episode as well. Yeah.
And also stay tuned and go afterwards to the She's a Wreck Patreon, She's a Wreckstra, because there's a story that you're going to hear about. Note boy. There might be a boy that puts a note on her car asking her out, and we're all looking to get off the apps these days. And we have conclusion of Note boy on the She's a Wreckstra.
Yeah,
that story.
At the time, she hadn't been on the date.
Yeah, the guy had put the note on the car.
Yeah,
and we were like, oh, so I found out what happened.
Conclusion of Note boy
on She's a Wreckstra.
Yeah.
So sign up for the Patreon. Don't do the free one because nothing will happen. You have to do the £4.
I think you're the only person that doesn't know that.
No, there's like 150 sign-ups. that are free.
Yeah, but they'll I think they quite quickly realise they don't get stuff. You have to keep reminding yourself that there isn't.
There's someone out there needed that reminder.
Anyway,
here's Lindsey's episode. Lindsey Holland, welcome to She's a Wreck. Thank you so much for coming on the train from Cornwall, surfing your whole way here.
Yeah, obviously.
I think. For people that don't know you, listening, who are you?
Who am I?
Who would you think you are? Like, how do you describe
yourself? Who
yourself?
Do you think you are?
I think of you as like, the way I describe you when I talk to people about you is she was this really cool influencer for years. She was I describe you as one of Britain's like first influencers on Instagram, because I think you kind of were you not?
I was in the first wave. I will say that.
Exactly, you were the first wave, and then stepped away from mainly influencing when had Heartbreak, found surfing, then went surfing's my thing, and you sort of are quite open to people being like, I'm not the best surfer in the world, but I absolutely love it and I want you to all like come on the journey with me. And I fully bought into the journey.
Oh, did you? Twice?
Twice. Yeah, I've been in 2 Lindsey's retreats. And now you run Marnie Ray's, your retreat. And where have you got them? You've got them
Cornwall, Portugal, and a secret one in Australia that's going to happen really soon.
I reckon by the time this comes out,
I'll be in Australia.
You'll be doing it.
Hopefully.
Do you take cats?
I don't take cats.
Australia doesn't take cats.
No.
She's
checked.
I had genuinely checked New Zealand. When I went to New Zealand to do the Ridge, I checked if I could take my cat.
Was it a hard no?
Hard no. Hard, she'll be in quarantine for months. And then, so by the time you've got her out, you'll be leaving.
No, oh no.
My friends from New Zealand looked at me and they were like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, no.
No, you'd be so cruel. And I was like, right.
That's fair enough. Get a cat sitter at home.
Yeah.
Keep her in the comfort of her own space.
Totally. In her own home. What am I thinking? So no, Australia, no cat.
No.
But you've done Bali as well.
Yes. Did Bali last year. That was interesting. It's a very busy place there, isn't it? Very chaotic.
It is chaotic. Much more than you'd think.
Yeah.
When it comes to like wellness.
Yeah, wellness, spirituality, all of that sort of thing. I thought, do you know what? We've cracked this. Absolutely brilliant. And to be fair, we had a really beautiful mix of everything because we were in Ubud a bit, we were in Canggu a little bit. I just feel like also the really special parts have been so tainted by a different culture that we're all really surrounded by at the moment.
Yeah.
Lots of tripods in the street, that type of thing. And I was like, oh, can't people just live? No.
Can't people? Well, like that actually then asked me, one of my questions I had for you was, me and Jimmy were talking about it being like, you've like kind of lived your life online for quite a long time.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Because you're you're actually such a grounded, like, I see you now because I've only known you a couple of years, but quite a spiritual person that's quite connected to yourself, and you take space for yourself and your alone time, and surfing's quite a grounded thing to do. But so to be online that much, does that jar with who you are?
100%. Like, I started this when I was really young, and so there were no rules. It wasn't a job. It wasn't something that anybody was used to. So we all kind of were making it up as we went along, and we were
What was like the first thing you did?
The first thing I ever did was I got a modelling job to be in the lookbook for Jaeger.
Oh, cool.
And it was like the most money I'd ever made. I used to be a physiotherapist before this, and I'd handed my notice in because I was really burnt out, and I was like, I'll get another job when I've celebrated my 30th birthday, and I'm gonna just really take stock of what's important to me and what kind of role I want, because I still really wanted to be a physio. And then I was kind of working on my fashion blog and things like that on the side, because that's what it was then, just a blog, nothing else, all the way through uni. And it was a hobby, and because my uni degree was so science-based, I was like, I need a creative outlet. So I just wanted to get dressed and do girly things and like be like not all in my brain all the time. And I'd done this alongside the degree, and when I handed in my notice from my job, it was all up and running. And so I was just able to be at more things, be a bit more visible in the industry. And then this just kept coming, and I was like, you want to pay me to wear what?
So people would just like email you and be like, we think you look cool, we love
We'd
your
love
blog,
to do that. Yeah, and I was
can
like,
we pay you to do this?
Yeah, it was mental.
That is mental.
And then I remember being able to pay my rent in London on my own for the first time, and I was like, right. So I won't rush to get a new physio job, but I just never like made the conscious decision to go back to being a physio, even though I loved it so much. That's when I started to calm down, was when I started to work for myself, because I had all this extra space. And I think it's taken me a really long time. I'm 38 now. It's taken me a really long time to get to a point where I can sit across from a friend and you think that I'm grounded and spiritual, because I was chaos. I was a nightmare.
It's mental to me that you say you like when that kind of started, you were 30, or like when things kicked off, you were 30.
Yeah.
Because that seems like, I don't know, it feels like you've been doing it for so long. But actually, that's not a crazy amount of time.
It's not. So that's 8 years since I went fully freelance, but I've been doing this for 15 years. It's been mental. And like, I just think also, like, I had a podcast in the past. I've always been on YouTube, and those places were a really raw, Linds, like boyfriends, breakups, everything, because you can't do one without the other. You can't just be like, my boyfriend, then like he's disappeared. People are like, where has he gone, mate? What have you done with him? So you have to give it all or nothing. So I've found a new balance where I can still be myself as I am now, which is more spiritual and grounded, and like I know myself more, I know what space I need, and I can share that part of myself with the world. And I like doing that because it breeds community, and I'm getting,
that's like your vlogs around like, come join do a day with me, living in Cornwall, like moving to Cornwall, things like that.
Exactly. Or like traveling to surf life, like finding a balance, having a shit day, and then what I'm going to do about it. Like I feel like it's helpful. I find things like that helpful that are online. So I'm like, okay, like if I can share a bit of this and build connections with people, then I'll be happy.
That's nice that you shifted to being, it's about connecting with people rather than it just being vapid.
Yeah, I think that's what I've
Here's
always
me dressing
craved.
up and I'm going to just show you my outfit.
Yeah, exactly that. And whilst that, I think I managed that and enjoyed that so much when I was a physiotherapist, because my day job was so different, and I was immersed in community, in the well-being of other people, in rehab, like in all of that, whereas I thrive in a role of like a caretaker or a caregiver, much to my detriment.
No, you do. Every time you turn up at Marnie Ray's, you're out the front helping people with bags. Like, you're like, let me show you around the whole place. You're right there. You are the face. Yeah.
So I find like that's where I really come into my own. I get a lot of joy from being the person that is helpful. And so when it just then became fashion, no physio, I was like, good Lord, what am I going to do? So then I did some volunteering. My Achilles heel is elderly people, so I did
Me
some.
too.
Yeah, honestly, can't.
People think it's weird.
No, it's not weird.
People think I'm weird because
No.
I'll like see old men in the street and be like,
No.
God.
No, I can't. I could cry.
Break my fucking heart. That poor wee man. Does he get anybody at home? Has he got anyone?
I could cry.
And he probably does. Or he's probably some horrible racist or something like that.
He's probably awful, and we're like, God love him.
God love that poor man.
Yeah.
And actually, it's my kryptonite.
I don't know what. Yeah, I just feel sorry for everyone. It's terrible. It lands me in a lot of trouble as well. Can't cope.
I've really not met many people that are like that.
No, yeah.
I'm looked into Age UK, into like having an old man to chat to.
That's what I did. The buddy system.
Did
So I
you?
used to go around to a lady round my corner twice a week. She was great.
Bless
And then
you.
when we weren't allowed to do that anymore, I just did phone calls and would have a natter with
You
people.
weren't allowed to because of COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was like, what?
I didn't do anything untoward.
Skip that bit. Not allowed to do it anymore.
We won't go into it.
She got handsy. The old lady got handsy. No. No, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And did you feel that you really made a difference in someone's life?
Yeah, I loved it. I was like adopted granddaughter because my grandparents passed away and I was really close to them. So I was like, what am I going to do? I need to do something. So yeah, I did that for quite a while.
That was like, that reminds me of when my grandpa, I remember asking him when he was like 80 odd, and I was like, what do you, because he would build cars when he was younger, and he'd ride motorcycles and all that sort of thing. I only ever knew him as like quite an old man.
Yeah.
Always wear a shirt.
Okay, yeah.
Never a t-shirt. And I was like, what's the thing that frustrates you the most? Like, what is it weird being like 85 years old?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, it's weird because I do still feel 35. When my body just can't do it. I wish my body could do it. And I thought, you're a real boy.
Yeah.
We're all just little boys.
Yeah, we are. Little boys and little girls.
Yeah.
I'm like 22, mate. Never a day older.
Never. 26 for me.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
No,
25?
yeah. Actually, it was a bit, I was a bit out there when I was 22. But maybe a bit more grounded than that.
I don't know if anyone could actually pay me to go back then, though. Could they pay you to go back?
For a night, yeah.
For a night. What would that night look like?
Do you want to know?
Yeah. Now you said it, yeah. Yeah. What would you do when you were 22? That's mental.
Well, I was at uni.
Yeah. What
And,
uni were you at?
I was at UClan at Preston doing dance.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Before I went off to be a physio, something more practical.
Mm.
So yeah, I was in this little dance crew, and I used to have 3 part-time jobs at any one time.
I imagine you're just like crumping around campus.
Yeah, oh yeah, that was me. I was the dancer.
Yeah.
Everybody knew that. That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to have 3 jobs, and I would just be around and about town, and it was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Age is a weird thing. Like I'm 38, but I don't feel 30. Like I'm probably the strongest, healthiest, fittest, happiest I've ever been. And I'm like, fuck, I'm nearly 40.
Yeah.
So it's just a mental disconnect of like how I feel, how I look, and like age. It's just nothing. It's literally a number to me, but there is so much linked to it with being a woman. And
I think from like the
fertility
age
and
of
all that.
21, I was like ticking clock in my head.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no,
So aware of it.
mine's been like the last few years probably.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
So then that sort of stuff, do you feel you have to share that kind of thing online as well? Or do you now find yourself quite boundaried?
I am more boundaried. I do talk about things if they're important. So if I said like I was going to go and freeze my eggs, I would talk about that online because it could help somebody. And not, I don't have to get super personal about it. I know it's a personal thing, but I don't have to go into the whys and the hows and the ins
You've
and outs.
learned how not to do that.
Yeah, that's it. I've learned how to protect myself, keep a boundary up, but also be myself.
Yeah.
Because if it's not transparent, you can't connect with anybody because everyone can see through it. You know the people who are showing up as themselves online or not.
I saw something about this recently of a girl who was posting her content saying, why am I not getting the hits that I want? Why am I not doing stuff? And people were all commenting saying, because there's a million other Instagram accounts like this and you're not really saying anything. You're sort of just boasting about your life. Like it's not, you're not actually connecting with anyone.
And it's such a fine line.
Yeah. And people are, I do think what you're doing is quite interesting though. Like the surfing stuff's really cool.
Yeah.
I think now surfing's become a lot more in the zeitgeist in the UK, I guess.
For sure.
But it wasn't before.
No, and it's really like part of my journey with all of this is to make it more accessible for women, because there's a huge barrier for women getting in the water is it being an unfriendly lineup, where everyone sits in the lineup.
Says
It's
this.
male dominated sport, and
Why do you think it's like that? Why is it so unfriendly?
it's territorial and it's localism, and people, I understand to an extent. You've grown up at that break, you've surfed all your life, your family's surfed all its life, and then you've got tourists and people coming and taking the waves and making it busy and crowded, and it takes away some shine. But there's enough water for everyone, there's enough waves for everyone.
Yeah.
And it's such a beautiful place to be when you're all sat there having a chat, talking about all kinds of stuff, like even just like a nod and a hey, all right, yeah, all good, how's your session? Yeah, amazing, thank you, have a good wave. Like, it's so gorgeous and so much less energy to be so kind to people than it is to be like, fucking hell, like, get out of the water, what are you doing here, being mean and like nasty. And then people's confidence just gets shattered, and it winds me up so much. And in the same way that you said earlier about making it accessible, but you don't have to be a good surfer. I don't give a shit. I don't care what a good surfer is. Like, it doesn't matter. If you're in the water with a board and you're giving it a go for yourself, you're surfing.
Yeah.
I could not care less if you stood up.
Yeah.
You just need, it's just such a beautiful, beautiful practice. Everyone should do it, and everyone should be allowed to do it.
Yeah.
And everyone is allowed to do it. You just got to be, a bit brave.
Because you quite often will like post about if you've had, or I'll see stuff where you'll be like, oh, I had quite a scary experience.
Yeah.
Or like, what does that look like for you? Is it you feel like you almost drowned? Is it feel that sort of stuff?
Yeah, it's never, I've been very fortunate not to have like any altercations in the water, but I am a woman who can handle herself. So if that came to it, the other people wouldn't stand a chance. So no, but the waves thing, it's more the water for me. So having a fear of being held down for too long, I'm all right with that now, but I've had some really scary wipeouts. So I'll maybe take the first wave of a set in, which you should never do.
Okay.
I took the first wave of the set in, I turn around and there's like 5, 6, 7 more waves that are about to break on top of my head. So you just have to ditch the board, take big breaths in between, go under, cradle your head, and just become floppy, and the wave is going to do what the wave's going to do, and you'll pop up.
And have you just thrown your board away?
Yeah, you just have to leave it.
I remember.
And protect your head at all costs.
In the retreat that I did with you in Portugal.
Yeah.
There was 4 of us by the end of the week that were good enough to go to the back line.
Yeah, you
yes,
are.
And
I'm so proud of you.
Luis, hot Luis, the instructor, that we all, not all of
God
us, some of us
bless.
really fancied.
God bless Luis.
God bless Luis, and he knew it. He knew exactly what was happening.
Didn't he bloody just?
But he took us out to the back line, and I remember him being like, if anything happens, anything goes wrong, throw your board away and dive.
Yep, under.
And every single wave, it was like, throw your board and dive. And the 4 of us are diving, and at one point I am not used to that kind of strength. Like, I'm fit, but that paddling
Getting out there, it's
and
hard.
getting out, and at one point I was screaming at myself, come on, Lauren, because my body just stopped working. I couldn't, for people listening, not watching, I am skipping like a paddle right now, but I couldn't, my arms just almost stopped working, and I thought, oh my God, like, this is so mad. And the waves were enormous, and people were saying, you're in Ericeira in Portugal,
yes,
and aren't
summer.
the waves notoriously huge?
Yeah, massive.
I was like, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I didn't quite realise. At the end of it, getting up, stood for a second, the most amazing feeling in the world.
Last night, a man left a note on my car. A beautiful love note. He is so handsome and wholesome and gorgeous, and he's taking me on a date when I get back to Cornwall.
No
Have you
way.
ever heard of anything
Can
like
we
that
keep
in
that
your
in?
life?
That's absolutely incredible.
Unbelievable.
This is a lesson, and that we don't have to try so hard as women.
No, we
a
don't.
Psychic told me that I need to like chill out on my masculine energy and like stop trying to do so hard.
Oh my God.
And she was like, lean into your feminine. You don't need to be doing so much. And I was like, okay, sick, cool. Honestly, as soon as I started doing that, things went better.
Yeah.
Better.
The door's open, baby. The door's open.
Where do you think he saw you?
Well, so basically, I pulled up in my car last night. It was chucking it down. I was going to a wine bar, and there was nobody around, no parking, no other cars parked. I pulled in, and then I was like reversing and making an absolute pig's ear of it. And then he pulled up behind me, but like waited for me to like finish making a pig's ear of it. And then I didn't notice him, I just knew there was a car behind me because it was dark and headlights. So I get out the car. My car is a 1996 Mercedes Estate. Beautiful. It doesn't lock at all. Like, I have to lean across, put a little nudge down, and like, it's falling apart. It's awful. The light stays on for ages, and if I don't sort it out and stay with it, the battery dies. So I get out of the car, realise the light's still on, swear at the car door, open the car door, lean all the way across, make sure that's locked, turn the light off, slam it, then the heavens open. So I skip, I like do a side jumpy step away from the car, like just gallivant off up the hill and then break into a run.
So just skipping because you were happy? Skipping because of rain?
I just think I just was like, had energy. Oh. This man has watched this whole thing unfold. He's watched me skip away from the car, and he's still left me a love note.
And what's the note said?
Would you like me to read it?
I love you. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's on my place.
Yeah. Are you joking? Yeah.
Oh my God, if we end up married, guys.
This is what I'm saying. If you end up married, this is insane.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
"Heya, I understand this is a bit crazy, but I parked behind you as you were getting out of your whip, and I thought you were very cute."
Whip. Okay.
Yeah,
If
whip.
you're,
Okay, sir.
My mum was like, "What's a whip?" I was like, "Sue, it's okay. There's nothing untoward
Not
is
the
happening."
question we need to
No.
ask.
"If you're not weirded out by this and are single, please look me up." And he left me his Instagram and his number. Love from X.
Love from Whitman.
Whitman.
We call him that.
Well,
Whip boy?
he's in my phone as his name, Note Boy.
Note boy.
Note boy.
Whip.
Note Boy.
That's absolute. Cornwall's your place, babes.
He is the biggest sweetheart. He's really handsome. He's really kind. He was like, "Please could I plan us an adventure when you get back?" And I was like, "Yes, you can." I was like, "What?"
Lindsay,
I know.
you've moved to the right place.
No, it's weird.
You've leaned
I didn't think I was
into
going
what
to
you
meet
need in your
anyone
life.
there. I mean,
I
this
did.
might not be anything, but I just have been out
I
in the
did
world.
think you would meet someone there.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah. We've talked a lot about Heartbreak, me and you.
we just?
We've both. I mean, I didn't even think that was how. Because when we first met, I wasn't single.
No.
I wasn't. Last retreat really went through my breakup motions with you.
You did.
You couldn't have
yeah.
been more supportive.
It was that you were so in it. I was like, I literally viscerally can feel what is happening here with you.
Yeah, yeah. It was like I think I felt comfortable with you because I knew you'd gone through your own stuff and we talked
I
about
was
it a wee
literally
bit.
just coming out of the back end of one of the worst periods, and then you entered into yours, and I was like, "Oh my god, okay."
Yeah, and I don't think I kind of wondered if that would happen coming on the retreat because I was like, I'm in Portugal with a load of women at this weird time in my life, this huge change, and it couldn't have been more like sat in a breakfast room with everyone. Like we were in a villa that was like, when was the castle? It was like an old castle that had been turned into this insane villa.
Yeah, it was ridiculous, wasn't it? I can't remember what year
And
it was,
all
but-
the girls just couldn't have been more like, you are a queen. You don't know who you are,
Yeah.
and wait till you see what your future holds. And you couldn't have been more supportive. We did like witch burning.
Yeah.
These two women that were, one was going through a divorce and the other one had her own stuff going on, and they were amazing, and they decided to do a witch ceremony with us where we had to manifest what we were getting rid of and what we wanted and like speak it into the universe and burn everything. It couldn't have been more cathartic, and I really think my friend's just been in Thailand dealing with the same thing, and they said to her, leave everything in Thailand, leave everything in the sea. And I do feel like I kind of left quite a lot of shit in the sea, or like left a lot of shit with you. Not with you, but like
Not me personally, it's now on my back.
yeah. But I think looking at you and the way you operate, I thought when you moved to Cornwall, I thought you will meet someone. I think you're the kind of person that just will meet someone like that. I don't know why. You're very, you said it yourself, because I said, are you dating? And you were like, kind of, but like, there's maybe a guy, I don't know, but I'm open. I'm kind of open to something.
I just honestly feel like all we can do as women is be ourselves, be so open to anything, have really high standards. God,
Why not?
please, like,
Be a golden
and it's-
egg.
Yes,
Be
and
a golden chicken.
let people work. Let people show you that you mean something.
Yeah.
And like, if someone's not going to show you that, you got yourself, babes.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Like, we're all okay. It's so peaceful. You get to reconnect to yourself and find so much more out about yourself than you could ever imagine. Like, I love myself. Like, I have never loved myself and never been able to say that in my life. I used to struggle to be on my own up to like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I couldn't be in the house on my own, lived on my own. I'd be on the phone. I'd be inviting someone for dinner. I'd be trying to organise and plan anything. And now, independent time, solo travel, being alone, and like, I go surfing on my own all the time. I don't like go. I just like to be on my own.
How are you? I'm like, girl in the water.
Yeah.
Are you safe?
My dad says the same.
Really?
He's like, what do you mean you're in the lineup on your own? I was like, well, I went on my own, but there were also 50 other people
Yes,
there.
that's the
I'm
thing we
fine.
don't realise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I could not be a more different person than I was in that time of my life. And I didn't used to like myself or like be able to sit with myself, enjoy my own company, because I didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like this little tiny mold of everything and everyone around me, just like floating awards. And I always had strong opinions about things, but like was also too flexible.
Oh, for other people? Like you've been to other people?
Yeah, for sure, especially men.
Yeah.
But no more, sister.
I'll speak to my friends and couples who pine to be doing what I'm doing.
Exactly.
And to be living outside.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, we're like the hot unmarried aunties.
As Vogue says,
Like-
it's not cool to have a boyfriend anymore.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, let's go to your first rec.
Ooh.
Yeah, do you know what do you have 3? Like, do you have 2? Do you have 3? What did you...
I've got 2. I actually can probably do 3 though. I was thinking about one on the way here. That
You
I was
don't
like,
have to. That can be the bonus.
Yeah,
You can
okay,
do as many
do
as you
bonus.
want. As
I'll
little
do
as you
2.
want. Okay, what is number 1? What do you like?
Number 1 is a book by Nora Ephron called I Feel Bad About My Neck.
Right.
Have you read it?
No.
Okay, it's absolutely amazing. So basically, I mean, I love her. I love how she writes. I love everything about her. But she writes this book. She's going through divorce. Her husband cheats on her. And she's writing it from the perspective of her, but not her. It's a character.
Excellent. Brilliant.
And she's kind of going through life, feeling really sorry for herself about it all. And then she basically gets to an age where she's become elderly. And she starts to notice that the skin on her neck is not as like tight and youthful.
This is what we're told. So
As
much women.
yeah.
Do you get this, Jimmy?
What's
How
that?
do you think about your skin
My
on your
neck.
neck?
Your skin on your neck.
Do you think about the
think
skin on your
that?
neck ever?
Okay, start
You don't,
thinking
do
about
you?
it.
No.
No, I can tell you that
Sorry.
for some time I've been thinking about the skin on my neck. I think most women listening will know what that means.
Yeah.
Men, I don't think.
No.
We're just told, don't ever, when you put your moisturiser on, don't ever forget your neck.
Yeah, and go upwards.
Because that's where aging shows first, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm really frightened of it because I've got a long neck. I'm tall.
You are tall.
And I've got a really long neck, and I'm like, even in pictures now, if I'm like turning to a side, I'm like, what is all that skin? How can I remove it? Like, crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, her whole thing is like, I feel bad about my neck at this age now, and all I wear is roll necks. Free the neck. Live your life. Love your life. Do the man.
Love
have
your neck.
have the travel experience. Love your flipping neck. Get it out there in the world. And this whole sentiment's wrapped up in like her divorce and feeling like she was really drab and small and like not living her life. Wow. And then she got to a point where she could only wear roll necks because she was so worried about her own neck.
Yeah.
She was like, girls, whilst you've got it, flaunt it. Get your
Flaunt
neck
your
out.
neck.
Flaunt your neck
Does
out.
she now flaunt her neck, or is she still worried about doing it, or she's
No, she does do now some
shows
neck
it
out. Yeah.
Wow, what an interesting
But
thing that she's.
I thought it was really
neck.
beautiful sentiment from something that had been a really difficult part of her life.
Me and my best friend about 4 or 5 years ago said to each other, her mum went to her and said, stop wearing stop wearing a one piece.
Yeah.
Get your boobs
In a-
out. And
swimwear.
Yeah, when it comes to swimwear.
Yeah.
So stop wearing a one piece. And we made a pact that we were only going to wear bikinis from
100%.
now on, because we were like, we are never going to be hotter. What are we doing covering our bodies up?
No way.
We look at our bodies 5 years ago and we hated ourselves.
Yeah.
We look back and we're like, we were hot as fuck.
Yes.
And now, what are we doing? And so now it's like, rarely will I put a one piece on.
Get it all
To
out.
try and just be like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
My mum always has said to me, if you've got it, flaunt it, girl. And it would always be like my legs, 'cause I've got no boobs. But she'd be like, right, get them out. Out you go. Out you go.
Yeah, apparently my gran said, my mum told me this recently, your gran always said you had great legs for as soon as you were born.
Oh,
that won't
stop.
change. And I was like, that's
So
actually not
cute.
my best feature.
Is it
That's
not? Well, she...
Bum is. My bum's my
Bum.
thing.
You
Yeah.
have got an excellent bum,
An
actually.
excellent bum.
Recalling Marnie Ray's now. Bikini Lauren. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Oh,
It's been said. It's been said.
It has been said. I'll say
Yeah,
it again. It's on
thank you.
record now as well. Bloody lovely bum.
When did you first read the book?
God, probably 5 years ago. And I reread it again recently in the bath. It's only short.
Why did you pick it up originally?
I picked it up originally because I love Nora.
Mm-hmm.
And the premise of it all, I was like, oh, I probably need to, do a little bit more self-growth.
Yeah.
And it wrapped itself up in that idea that as women we are enough and we should be out there living it and being open and falling in love and having wild experiences, and like life is very short.
Yeah.
And I was like, this sounds like something I could use.
It's funny because that sometimes that sentiment of like life being short really scares me, because it puts loads of pressure on me.
Yeah.
And I have to work quite hard to also, I mean, I say to people when they're stressed about that, I'll say life is really long.
Yeah.
But life is long, you've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
And it's funny how you have
change it for whatever is happening,
Yeah.
don't you? Like you have to flip a switch. Like when bad and scary and sad things happen, you're like, fuck, I've got to get my shit together. Like life is short and I need to do it all now, and like I just have no regrets about anything. And like especially with money and things, I'm like, can't take it with me. What
Totally.
what am I doing?
Totally.
And then when you're like, when there's just something that's really stretching out or taking time, and you haven't met somebody that you want to be with
That's
yet,
the sort
or
of
like
thing, yeah.
you haven't had a family that you want to have yet, you're like, come on, there's so much time, it's okay, like try and enjoy the process. Now I'm like, motherfucker, where is my boyfriend?
Yeah.
I'm
Where's
joking.
my husband? Yes, the sort of timeline pressure of things is definitely something that I've had to grapple with.
Yeah.
And not freak out about all the time. And like even thinking about like a guy, like they just don't think about it in the
Not at
same
all.
way.
And I'm in a really, I think I'm like in the most peaceful phase of my life I've ever been in. God rest me.
Yeah.
And
What do you think like brought that? What do you think
one
the
last
marker was?
heartbreak from a man that didn't deserve any of the overgiving that I was giving. And I was like, do you know what? This is enough now. I've broken myself beyond that, and now we're just strong now. That's it. There's nothing gets through.
That's good.
Nothing anymore.
Apart from love. In a nice way. If they're putting notes on your car door.
Yeah. Support, love, kindness, all of that stuff. Like a solid human who has a good moral compass and good, lovely values, and is just like dreamy, golden.
A good body and a good face.
Tall, dark and handsome.
Yeah, always. Okay, great rec. And say the name again.
It's Nora Ephron, and it's called I Feel Bad About My Neck.
I Feel Bad About My Neck. It's such a good name. It makes me a little bit sad that Nora Ephron doesn't want to show her neck all the time.
I know, what a legend.
I know.
And that's the emotion it evokes for us. So like, and then we think that about ourselves sometimes, but we can't. Yeah,
like I was looking at Sarah Jessica Parker recently, and she has not really had any work done. She's really aged beautifully, and like has lots of wrinkles, long hair, greys, all this sort of thing. And I thought I think is what I want to do.
Yes.
I think that's how I want to do it. Like I'll probably get a little bit of some here and there everywhere. But I don't think I'll be able to do much.
No.
I just don't think I can.
I'm not bothered. I can't. I just want to let it all be as it is. And like, I read, that everybody says aging is a privilege, and you can say it and you hear it so often that sometimes it just loses meaning. It doesn't really hit you, and sometimes you have to hear it in a different way. Well, I read it again on something for the first time in a long time the other day, and I was like, oh, that really, I'm like so grateful, so lucky to be here, and still hopefully have lots of years left to like live this big, adventurous, beautiful life that isn't within the parameters of a normal 2.5, 2.4 kids and a house and a steady job and all of that. Like, I couldn't be further from any of that, but I also couldn't be proud of myself because I'm happy. Yeah. And I think
actually happy. You seem very content.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what's your next rec?
Next rec is an album by an artist called Banks.
Banks, as in New Zealand Banks,
as in
no,
Banks, as in
Banks.
She's American.
Okay, great. Because I was like, Bank is Bank is a man.
Yeah, no, Banks.
No. Okay, sorry, Banks.
Get out! It's a man. Awful.
Boo, man, boo.
Yeah. So she's called Banks. She's American, and her album it's from 2016. It's called The Altar, and it is. Oh my God, she's just so cool. And it's the most like empowering, dark, independent woman.
Yes.
Like piece of music. Like, oh my God, she's amazing.
Where did you first hear it?
It just came up on my music streaming platform.
Are you like a Discover Weekly girl?
Yeah. One of her tracks came up and I was like, what's this? And then I just became obsessed, and it is an album I come back to time and time and time again. And she is phenomenal in the way that she speaks about female empowerment, but it's like really experimental. I like really like dirty, heavy, like experimental music. I like a lot of music, but
what style is it? It's what genre would you put it in?
It's like, I don't know. What would I say?
It's a bit electronica,
Thank you, Jimmy.
but kind of a bit pop. There's some really heavy like melody in there.
Right. Yeah.
But
you can really sing along to it.
Yeah, but then a bit of like R&B.
Yeah,
great.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Jimmy. I'm glad he knows about that.
I know.
Yeah.
Men useful for something.
Yeah.
Google. I do really love that album.
It's such a good album, isn't it? Honestly, yeah. So like, I had that album on repeat in quite a hard time in life. Once again, relating to a man.
Yes.
I was in quite a bad spot in a relationship and was like, holy Jesus, I gotta get out of this.
Yeah.
And she pulled me out.
Yeah.
She pulled me out of it.
Have you listened to, it came out like a couple of days ago, Robyn, Dopamine?
I haven't listened to the track yet, but my final rec was going to be Robyn.
Shut up. Okay, wait, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Do you find that when it comes to things like books and film and music and things like that, do you find that when you are living online so much and you are so busy that just means like I'm off, like it's like everything shuts down and like you use it as an escape?
Yeah, 100%. I listen to music all day, every day. I never ever am not listening to music, running, at home, all of it. And it's just it's like proper escape for me.
Yeah.
And I can sit and watch a film and like lay on the sofa and have real downtime in that way as well, but I'd rather be like, I've just recently taken up Lego, so I'd rather be Is that good?
I mean, it's quite frustrating. It's quite
People
long.
love
Puzzles.
I can't do puzzles.
Why
I
Lego?
just can't, because I'm using my hands. I'm not on my phone. I'm listening to music and I'm building the famous Japanese wave, obviously.
Of course.
The Great Wave. So
the Great Wave.
The Great Wave.
Yeah.
It's 1,800 pieces.
Jesus.
How did you even start that?
Well, I bought it on Vinted, right? And he was like, "Oh, I have actually started some of it." He's like, "Just break it down when you get there." And I'm like, I don't know. I might cheat.
I might just have a wee head start.
I might
Go
just.
on.
Yeah, I might do.
Community.
Thank you.
People helping each other.
Exactly. This has been around the world. So yeah, I just prefer to be doing something, whether it's writing or I don't know, just something a bit more active with music than just watching something.
Yeah.
There is also definitely a place for me to lay on the sofa and completely zone into
A film or something.
Yeah, anything as well. But yeah, I'm very.
And do you ever
music
just
girl.
sit and read a book?
Yeah, in a book era, yeah. But I haven't for last thing I read was was Nora Ephron. But I really there's just such a huge barrier. Unless I know it's going to be an amazing book, I can't choose them for myself. I have to get a recommendation.
Same.
I get a real block on finding books that I want to read, unless it's been really well talked about and the press has been amazing. I'm like, oh my god, everyone's saying this is amazing. I'll read it. But I also am a real light-hearted girly when it comes to books. Like I can't do heavy. I want like an erotic, steamy, sunshine holiday read is what I want.
50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah. I actually haven't ever read that, but like of that ilk.
The first film's amazing.
I've seen it.
I found the first film extremely arousing. I really did. I was like, Jamie Dornan, hello. Wow. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Okay, what's your bonus rec then?
The bonus
Robyn.
rec is Robyn music, yeah.
Robyn music, all of it?
Oh, most of it, yeah. I think Dancing on My Own is probably up there. Yeah.
It's one of
You
the best,
can't not.
It's one of the best pop songs ever written.
Ever. She's
Why
in the
do
club.
you say that?
Have you've listened to the song?
I have.
I was just about to say,
people
get it on.
do say that. I just wondered if there was a technical reason why people. I wondered if you knew technically if that was the case.
Not technically, but it's just so vivid in what it's saying and what it's doing. Everyone has been in a club or at a gig or any moment, and you're like, oh fuck, I'm dancing on my own. Like the literal and the description of someone else is over there dancing with that person. Like, yeah.
But I'm here
cerebral.
on my own and I'm okay and like I got this. It's like very empowering.
Yeah.
She's just absolutely sick, isn't she?
And also like an older woman now coming out and giving us songs for the club.
Yeah, I know.
Charlie XCX has been like, Robyn's back, better than ever. The Queen is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say I was never a crazy Robyn fan. I don't know why. And Dopamine is one of the best songs I've heard in a really long time.
I can't believe I've not listened to this.
It's so brilliant. It's written by, no, I'm not even getting into it. It's written by someone really cool. There's another artist on it. It's really cool. But it is like you're saying, that feeling of, she's captured the feeling of something you can't describe. It captures the feeling of what dopamine is.
Oh my god.
Of like the feeling of when you're hit with a spout of dopamine.
Yeah.
It's mad.
I'm going to listen to it on the way home.
Yeah, do. Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, thank you.
It's been so lovely to have you.
Yeah, it's been so nice. Thank you so much.
And like, women take on the world.
Yeah, boy.
I want to almost ask you a bit more about surfing, because I think it's so interesting that you've done that. But I guess it's just like the way in which you've like found a new part of your life.
Yeah, for sure. The reason I found surfing in the first place was because I was really incredibly heartbroken, but not heartbroken because the relationship had broken down, heartbroken because I had completely lost myself. I didn't know who I was, didn't know what I liked. I was so disconnected from myself, and like in turn, everything else in my life felt really disconnected too. And I was like, I've got to do something about this. Like I feel depressed, but I know I'm not depressed. I even tried to go on antidepressants and it did not work. And because I knew it's like, this isn't depression, this is, you're lost, like really lost. And so I started swimming loads and loads whilst I was in London. And then as much as I love London, it feels so like home every time I'm here. It was feeling really heavy and really loud. And I felt very, very lonely. So I went off to Portugal after doing some Googling about what kind of women's things can I do that are water-based, and go and learn and try and like throw myself into something new. Surfing kept coming up. So I went on a retreat, learned to surf, fell in love with it. And what I found was that the water mirrored exactly
what I
needed.
Yeah.
It made me angry, it made me frustrated, it made me upset, I cried, I screamed, but also it taught me loads of patience. It gave me so much peace, more peace than I'd ever felt, and so much joy. And it literally just it wove me back together, and I cannot describe it.
What a way to describe it. That is a way to describe it.
Yeah, that was what it was. It felt like parts of me were just like coming back, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm in the room. Like, I feel like I am here. My physical body is here. Like, I'm here and I'm safe.
That's definitely something I found with it when I've been doing it, because I've mainly done it like on your retreats. But how frustrating it is, but how addictive it is. Like, you just keep going back and keep going back and keep going back. But it can really, like, I got smacked by a board, mucked my finger up, this, that and the other. But sometimes it doesn't really stop you. And also being in the water, it feels like it's good for you.
Yeah,
it feels like the minerals are just really good for you.
We're made mainly of water. Of course it's good for us.
Yeah. But you can't control the water, can you?
No, that's it.
And I will say, going to that back line, I was so terrified on the way of getting there. I was like, what the hell am I doing? This is mental. This is not... I was so scared. And then when I got there, everyone had always told me, once you get to the back line, it'll be like quiet and it'll be still. And it was. And I felt so far away, but I felt really like... I don't know, it was amazing.
Yeah. And it is that level. It's so quiet out there. And you get to sit with yourself, but you also at the same time... You can't really be too much in your head or be like worrying and ruminating, because you have to think about your safety in the water. Like, where's the next wave coming from? Is there a surfer on my left, my right? Am I dropping in? What am I doing? There's so much to think about all the time that you actually can't sit and ruminate over things that might be hard.
What was the best wave you've ever had to end on?
Oh my God. In the Maldives, I went on a boat trip, and it was the biggest wave I've ever caught, and it was what we call a bomb. And I think I have a picture of it, and it was absolutely ridiculous. I just threw myself off it, and at the end of that trip, because I knew that it was a stretch for me to have done that, it was massive. Like, it was barreling, there were pros out there. I didn't do a barrel. I've never done a barrel, never got in a barrel, but everyone was like, Linz, like, watching you throw yourself into that, because at the beginning I was so scared of it all, because I went to the Maldives to get some more confidence in bigger waves. And from day one, I was just chucking myself into it, because I was like, come all this way, of course I'm going to do it. I'm petrified, but I'm going to do it. And then, actually catching one of the biggest, best waves of my life, and the feeling, and they've on camera at the end, I like, it's slow-mo, and I like go forward, and I'm like laughing at the end of my wave, because the cameraman looks at me, and I look at him, I'm like, oh my God. And he's like, May. I was like, did you see that? I just literally was like, but I was like that after it, just like, I need to get on the boat for a minute. Yeah. But it was insane. Yeah.
That's
we
really
can all
cool.
do such hard things. Like, my God.
You can do such hard things you can never imagine.
Yeah.
Right, everyone, get surfing.
Thank you. That's it. Everyone, get on a Marnie race.
Get on a Marnie race. Yeah, there you go. That's it. Okay, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Lots of love.
Thank you.
Yay!